but we are back once again for another episode. As we know, there's a huge backlog in PSA. Everything's taking absolutely forever and a day to get back.
Yeah.
Do you think there'll become a time, once we eventually get there, that once we start churning, they start going through this backlog, we get more and more of these cards coming back into the market, graded in 10s. I'm not saying it's going to flood the market or anything, but we're going to start getting, there's going to be more and more and more. We saw this in the past. This happened a few years ago, where there was a huge backlog, especially during the pandemic, where PSA shut down and then they charged like 50 a card and God knows what else and that craziness. And cards went for an absolute massive premium in 10s. And then you started to see that backlog being cut down and down and down and down.
Yeah.
Because they were coming back. These 10s were coming back from PSA. And I think that's going to happen with Ace as well. Because if a lot of people were choosing the basic level with Ace, which is actually technically even longer than PSA, again, you're going to be getting Ace 10s of these big chase cards slowly coming back in. Because at the moment, it's taken so long. I mean, yeah, fair enough, people could pay more to get them graded. But I would say the average person probably isn't paying to get that card back as quick as possible. Do you know what I mean? I don't even, because I'm not willing on trying to sell it as much as possible. I'm just want my card graded.
Yeah, but realistically, the difference in price between the whatever it is now, is it 85 days at Ace?
Stupid,
whatever their cheapest service is.
Yeah.
The difference in price between that and the 15-day service isn't that much more. So I don't think we're going to see a massive influx of cards necessarily coming onto the market unless, especially the more expensive ones. I think there might be a small amount, but there won't be like a huge amount. The problem I see at the moment is that when did Destined Rivals came out? When did it come out?
June, I think.
Rivals release date. So Destined Rivals came out end of May, beginning of June.
June, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So what I'm always worried about is the stuff that was pulled release weekend where there was tons of product. I think people forget, looking back at where we were in June with Destined Rivals, I could go to my local corner shop and just buy 3 half booster boxes. They were like literally everywhere for the first week. At least it was for me. I don't know how that translates to everybody. You might have had different experiences, but specifically half booster boxes and just general like triple pack blisters and stuff like that. They were just everywhere for the first week, and I thought, hey, you know what? Like, this set's going to be very plentiful, and there's not going to be any issues getting any of it. So I'm just going to have some fun and rip some of it, and not really be too worried about keeping anything sealed.
Yeah.
And then that like dried up after a week, and then you just couldn't get anything. And then there was another wave. And then for like 3 days, you could get half booster boxes at like corner shops and one stops, Morrison's, everywhere just had them. And then that dried up significantly faster. So I'm worried about what happens this month and next month when everybody that opened the cards in June en masse, because they were everywhere, then sent off their PSA submissions at the end of June, and then we're 4 months after that now. So everyone's going to be getting their stuff back now. How's that going to affect the market price of the SIRs and the IRs? Because some of the IRs are still really expensive.
Yeah, like Misty Side Up and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, whereas in Ace, they're all very reasonably priced compared to the PSA ones because, well, you can open a booster today and you can get the card back in 2 weeks.
Yeah. So the basic phrase, they're kind of already, a lot of them are pretty much already out there. Whereas because PSA takes so long.
I think Ace have already flooded the market with stuff. And I think we're a little bit spoiled with Ace specifically. And that's why the price reflects it. It might not be that, I don't know. I hear a lot of people saying Ace doesn't add value. I think Ace adds value, but the fact that it's so easily accessible, even with the current like submission process being a pain, it took me 2 weeks of sitting at my computer at 6 o'clock to actually get a space, which is funny because it's coming up to 6 o'clock right now.
Yeah.
Space are going live soon. Luckily, I got some yesterday, and I was
going to say you got to do it live on the episode.
So I don't need to worry about that.
Do it live on the episode, yeah.
Because they are like so easy to get. Effectively, if you get lucky and get a spot, which obviously a lot of people do, And you can get your cards back so quickly. It just seems like that is what's keeping the price of Ace cards down, is because there are so many more of them compared to the PSA counterparts.
Yeah.
But then when the PSA
Backlog
bulk
comes
submissions
back
from 4 months ago start coming back, is it going to stay the same? Specifically in the UK market, you go on eBay right now and you try and find like some Scarlet and Violet, like recently more expensive cards, so like ones that have recently gone up in price, and you try and find PSA copies of them in the UK market right now, it's impossible to find. But then there'll be like 10 listings in America.
And for a lot less.
Yeah, for significantly less, because they'll just pay the express, and then they know that they can post it themselves to PSA. They don't need to go via a middleman.
Yep.
It's not going to sit in a middleman's shop or office for
a month,
up to a month before it goes anywhere.
Yep.
And then they get it back directly. It doesn't go back to the middleman, who then has to sort it out, organize it, and then ship it back to you. All of this stuff adds on so much time, which is why a lot of people don't like using PSA in the UK.
Yeah, that's why Ace is getting so popular.
So, yeah. And Ace fills a hole in the market, right? It's quick. The cards are graded. I think for the most part, they're a little bit stricter on certain things than PSA. So at least you know that your card's graded and it's graded. Like if it's a 10, it might not cross over to a PSA 10, but it might cross over to a PSA 10. But that's also reflected in the price that you pay for it, because there are more of them. So,
and that's it. That's pretty much the situation, I think. With yeah, it's going to be interesting to see over the next few months, especially when we go into Christmas, because of course we haven't had Mega Evolutions yet, but the US has. And price of the boxes.
We got ours on Friday.
Yeah.
Super excited. Potentially we get them on Friday.
Yeah. My Pokemon Center stuff, probably, Pokemon Center stuff will probably get shipped this week, hopefully. I mean, the payment's gone out for them, so I hope so. But apart from that, I mean, I'm not opening up anything. Like any booster boxes, any ETBs. They're staying sealed. I'm not going to plan on opening them up. Booster bundles, sure. I'll open them up. Anything else, tins, triple rare blisters, whatever it is, sure. But I'm not opening up. No, there's no way it's happening. Over in the US, we are seeing booster boxes sat around about $300. Here, they're about between $230 and $250. And it's like, it feels kind of weird saying to people that I think is actually a good price to pick up at $230 to $250, right? It feels weird because obviously it's not supposed to be that. But, and obviously if you can find a retail, 100% go for it. But I think the problem you have and I said this on a stream recently, anybody that thinks that this market is about to take a turn, then go down, it's not happening for at least another year. At least. And the reason why I say that is because...
we might disagree on that one.
Right, and the reason why I say that is because we need something... There's two things. You need two things that drastically would have to happen for it to change course on where we are right now. Okay? One would be if Pokemon printed an absolute crap ton. So they would have to go out and go, right, you know what, we've even bought more printing facilities, more printing capabilities, and we're going to pump out even more. I don't see that happening. And the reason being is because they don't want to reprint booster boxes. They haven't reprinted booster boxes. And I'm not even talking about stuff that came out this year. I'm talking about stuff that came out last year. They just haven't. Okay? Which is very unusual. But they just, for some weird reason, they're like, yeah, we're not doing that. Instead, you can have an assortment of boosters in other products, like UPCs or tins or collection boxes, which is great.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But as we've said before in the past, that's not the best way, the most effective way of getting packs in the hands of people. So you have that. And I'm like, their track record is going to show that they're, in the next 12 months, I just don't see them suddenly going, here's this huge wave of Destined Rivals. Here's this huge wave of Mega Evolution booster boxes or Phantasmal Flames booster boxes or whatever it may be. If you look back at, even Twilight Masquerade didn't get a huge reprint. I think the last ones that actually got a substantial amount was Paradox Rift and Temporal Forces. And even then, they're really expensive. So that would have to happen, which I don't see it happening. Or the other thing is that we have multiple sets, back-to-back sets, which are mid, right? And when I'm talking about mid, I would say right now in this market, a mid set would be something like Journey Together, where it's not a bad set by any means. But if you compare with what else has been around it, and you look at how the sealed product has performed, and even the singles, it is pretty mid, right? You look at Prismatic, and incredible, or even go back to Surgeon, incredible, Prismatic, incredible, and then it's like Journey's this weird thing in the middle, and then you had Destined Rivals, which is just like kind of like god tier, and then you have Black Bar White Fair, which surprisingly enough there was a lot of it around, but those two sets are now powering through like crazy. And then you got Mega Evo, where again people are actually losing their marbles over. So you're like going, okay, you would need several sets on the same level or the same caliber as Journey Together. And looking at what's coming, you know, what certain set names have been trademarked and rumored to be coming out, I really don't see that happening until we get to the next generational base set. When you get the new Pokemon coming in and people go, I don't like this new generation, because it happens every time. It happens every base set. The new Pokemon are shit. They look terrible. And what Pokemon do is they don't put older generational Pokemon in the first few sets because they want you to introduce the new stuff. That's what happened with Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield, pretty much everything, right? So, and that probably won't be until the end of 2026 going into 2027. Because we've got 6 sets that are mega sets coming. Oh. And then you've got the 30th anniversary. So it's like megas aren't a new generation. I know some people are like, oh, Mega Evolutions is a base set. It's not a base set. So I think it's, you know, paying $250 a box for a Mega Evolutions. Look what's been happening recently is kind of weird to say, but if you're keeping it sealed, it's probably not too bad. If you want to open it, it is pretty expensive.
Yeah, I'm just very surprised that Black Bottom White Flare has been absorbed into the market as much as it has. Because that was just everywhere for a while.
Oh, God, yeah.
The ancillary products, the tins, the bundles, the ETBs, they were just literally everywhere. I would go to a shop and they just have 4 of the Victini boxes, 4 of the the posters, 4 of the stickers. Just every time I walked in there, they just had them on their shelves.
Yeah.
And
yep.
I was astonished at how long that all lasted. And I was very much thought that it would end up being kind of similar to Journey Together, where scalpers were buying it when they saw it and then just couldn't move it. And then eventually ended up selling it for retail, which then pulled the price of the set back down to not much above retail price. I think you're right in the fact that there's probably not going to be a downturn in sealed as long as people can buy stuff and then resell it for more than market. There's no way that it can ever go down. And then I'm more worried that more people are going to get into it, that even if Pokemon Center, like the Pokemon Company, do reprint they do print a significant amount, that it just gets absorbed up by the scalpers buying it, and then also collectors just wanting to get it as well and thinking, there it is, I'm buying it because who knows when I'm next going to see it. Yeah. And it's more of like a fear-mongering than anything else. I think there will be a correction of some amount in like singles and slab market. That's for sure, because everything can't keep on going up.
No.
The money's got to go somewhere, and it's either eventually it can't stop, like it can't keep circulating amongst the same cards constantly. So something's got to go down at some point. Everything can't always go up.
No.
But I'm kind of interested to see where the seal market goes with the new mega stuff. Similarly to you, I'm not opening any of my boxes, which is that is strange for me.
It is very weird. Yeah. What's going on?
I think if I can get some half boxes, I might open like 1 or 2 of those.
Yeah, I would open them. Yeah.
I think the shop local to me is getting a bunch of half boxes in, so I might just pick up a bunch of those. I have someone that's willing to trade me booster boxes for half boxes because he feels like he gets more lucky with his half boxes. So,
I must admit, from what we done on stream with Destined Rivals and with Surgeon as well, I agree that half booster boxes feel better. Like the pull rate
My
seemed better.
SIRs all came out of half boxes for Destiny Rivals. None of them came out of full booster boxes. So maybe he's onto something there. Who knows? But for a sealed collection, half booster boxes do not do as well as the full boxes.
No.
So for me to keep sealed, I don't mind doing the 2-for-1. He just wants to rip packs, so I'm more than happy to facilitate that for him.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to work out how much I'm going to buy on Friday.
I mean,
like,
so
if I get to my local shop and they say to me, "Oh no, there are no limits," am I just buying like £1,000 worth of half booster boxes because
the local store near me has them already? And they are selling them for. It's just booster packs. It's literally just booster. You can buy 4 booster packs at a time. That's it.
Okay.
If you want anything sealed, and they're not the only store that's doing it, because I've had a few people actually message me recently going, "Have you heard what's happening?" Where they take the seal off. So basically, they've gone. If you want it sealed, you're paying market. If you want it unsealed, you pay retail. And you buy it there and then. So you buy an ETB, they'll then take the seal off and they'll give you the ETB. So
yeah, I
mean, I actually don't care about that. You know what I mean? Like I think as a store, if you do whatever you want, but I mean, I don't see that as being a problem. I know some people, oh my god, that's really bad, this, that, and the other. Like, well, for me personally, if I was going in there and I was buying an ETB at retail, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably open it, right? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I bought an ETB for retail, I would go in there and go,
ETBs.
Yeah. If I bought an ETB, I mean, even if they were like, here, I mean, they probably won't. But if they go here, you can have a booster box for £145. But we're gonna take the seal off. And they're going, well, I can tell you what, a lot of people will probably, either open it, obviously have fun, which is great, or they'll just sell it on Whatnot.
Yeah, sure.
Right, they'll get it for 145, and they'll go, cool, we're just gonna, it's part of my inventory. I'm just gonna, sell these packs for £15 a pop, and happy days, But a lot of like my local store and a couple of other stores I've spoken to leading up to this, they're getting very, very small amount of booster boxes. I mean, like normal ones, incredible small amount. So less than Destin Rivals and previous sets. I know they're splitting this set into 2 waves. Second wave is going to be smaller than the first wave, and I'm there like, I don't know, like the overall value of the set, obviously not out here in the UK yet, but it's been out in the US now nearly 2 weeks. The overall value of the set is over 4K.
Yikes, I haven't even looked at this, to be honest.
Yeah, right, which is double Destin Rivals. Okay, now I know Destin Rivals has been out a while, right, but a lot of the top end cards of Destin Rivals took a dip on release and they've gone straight up because of the scarcity of Destin Rivals. So for me, I'm there going, this is a standard print run set that is worth over 4K. It is technically out. It's been out now for a couple of weeks, and normally the first 2 weeks of a set, you normally see prices fall. And it has fell because it was actually over 5K on pre-orders. So it has took about £1,000 off the value of the $1,000, sorry, off the value of the set, but still, 4K is ridiculous.
That is crazy. I mean, I hadn't actually looked at some of the prices of the cards at the moment in America.
Yeah, I mean they're very high. I mean, I'm looking at this gold Lucario.
I mean, the golds are very hard to pull, so I kind of understand that.
Yeah,
and like the fact that just some of the regular EXs, like the EX full arts for like Mega Lucario, Mega Venusaur, Latias, and Gardevoir, that they look so good, it doesn't really surprise me that they're expensive cards, and I can't see them coming down too much because some of them, like if you told me that like the Mega Latias was an SIR, I would probably just believe you. I'd be like, yeah, sure, I can see that. That being like a chase card from a set.
Like, I did a video and I was talking about Mega Evo. You just got to look at the Japanese versions, okay? So, if the Japanese versions are holding high price values, the English is going to be expensive. So when you look at Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia set value is about $870, which is actually pretty high for a Japanese. And then Mega Brave is 1.1K. So combined, the two sets is like 2K in Japanese, right? So you compare that to the English, even if it was a straight 1-for-1 and you were like, this set is worth 2k, that's like Destined Rivals level. So you're sitting there go, there is no way that the Japanese version is 2k and this set is not going to be under 2k. You know what I mean? Like in English. So
yeah.
it's kind of scary. Now, when you look at Inferno X going into Phantasmal Flames, now of course Phantasmal Flames is going to be very, very small, and it's only one Japanese set that makes it, like a Japanese set and a few other like battle deck cards or whatever that's going into it. You will see this set be a very, very, very top-heavy set with the 2 Charizards, the gold, and the SIR being the big super duper chase cards. I think we could be on the same vibe as, I would say, Obsidian Flames, but I think this is going to be bigger than Obsidian Flames. I think you're going to be looking at this kind of like a Champion's Path type thing in Sword and Shield, where if there's 2 absolute massive Charizards, and everything else is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see for that one. I didn't get any of that, so that's going to be interesting to see regarding Phantasmal Flame. I did get the UPC, the Mega Charizard UPC. That's staying sealed. That's definitely not being. Although if I do get others, then I will open them. But
I think if I got multiples of those, I'd open one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the same with the prismatic figure collection that was supposed to come out like 2 and a bit weeks ago. I think I ordered 4 of those.
Have you seen how expensive Prismatic is?
From different places. I know, it's ridiculous.
Here in the UK. I saw ETBs last weekend for 160.
Yes.
At the card show.
My vendor neighbor tried to offer me one at 150.
Yeah.
Because he wanted some singles. And I was like, I'd rather just take cash, please.
I mean, even the normal promo is like £20, which surprised me.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're looking at Prismatic, very expensive, very hard to get hold of. Unlike the US, which had all those insane reprints, insane amount of stock hitting the shelves, we get nothing. And
I'm wondering if we've had not like similar numbers, but comparable numbers to what they got compared to our buying power, let's call it, in the UK, like the player amount. But none of it's actually made it onto shelves.
No. There was loads of
every time I
Prismatic.
open Instagram, whenever there was a like a bundle drop of cases, and I know a bunch of people that got 4 cases, 3 cases of sealed bundles, and then a day later, Instagram posts go up, sealed case for sale, sealed case for sale.
Yeah.
And you just get a bunch of people trying to buy sealed cases. I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, that's where our reprints have gone.
Yeah. And this goes back to with an episode we did in the past where we talked about the thing with Destined Rivals. People we saw cases, didn't we? We were going on eBay and we're like, cases, right?
Yeah.
And at the card show last weekend, I literally saw so much Prismatic. Like so much, like sealed, so much Prismatic, especially booster bundles and cases. I saw them and the SPC. I saw them everywhere. ETBs, SPCs, and booster bundles. They were literally everywhere. And they were very expensive. They were over market. And I'm just there like, this reminded me when we were at the LCS earlier on this year and we just saw tons of Prismatic. We're like, you couldn't find it anywhere. And it's all at the London Card Show.
Yeah, I think that was Prismatic release week, right?
Yeah.
Or it was the week after release. It was very, very close to Prismatic release.
Yeah.
And I remember going around and thinking, oh, you know what? Like, actually, £7 a booster is a bargain.
Yeah.
Like, paying 20 something pounds for a tech sticker collection at the time was good. And maybe we should have just bought a bunch of those sealed cases people were selling there. That would have been a great idea. But, you know,
that would have been, yeah, exactly. Hindsight. And like, I
mean, similar with like 151 as well, right?
Yeah.
In the US, they've had so many reprints, so many like new ancillary products that have just got 151 in them. And then the ones we got here is just like literally non-existent for 151.
Their 151 price, their pack prices are about 50% less than ours.
I know, because if you want to buy a bundle in the UK now, they're like £100.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Including taxes, it would be the equivalent of $20 a pack.
Yeah.
is pretty much roughly how much it is here in the UK for 151. And Prismatic, you're probably looking at around about, depends where you buy it from, but £12 a pack, roughly, for Prismatic, maybe £11-12 a pack at the moment if you bought loose. But it's...
I think you can get bundles for like 50 something now.
That'd be a good pickup.
I don't think they're too bad.
If you could pick up bundles for £50, that's a good pickup.
Let's just... Yeah, like last sold £50, £53, £50, £52.
Yeah, do that then. And the raw
That's not
cards.
bad.
Have you seen the Umbreon from Prismatic?
Not recently. Has it gone up again?
Yeah, so raw...
I know that it tanked.
Yeah, so raw it's now 1.15. Okay.
Yeah.
Dollars, right? And then the PSA 10 has gone from about 2.5K to recently sold for 4.5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we're looking at like higher than Evolving Skies Moonbreon levels now. It's actually the highest it's ever been in the PSA 10. Yeah. That one's gone through the roof.
But I think the pop kind of, if I'm not mistaken, I think the pop of the Prismatic one is significantly less.
Oh yeah, it would be. I mean, there's 2.8K graded in a 10.
Let's have a look at the pop.
Compared to the Moonbreon. The Moonbreon's been ages, you know?
Yeah. 2,800 compared to 18,000.
Yeah.
Personally, I think the Moonbreon artwork is a lot better. But
the third most expensive card in the set.
Prismatic.
Third most expensive card in the set is the Roaring Moon.
Yeah, which has also been on a whirlwind adventure because that would also tanked a lot, and I sold mine.
So raw, $300 raw. PSA 10 recently sold 1.3K.
Sheesh.
Yeah, boy. A lot of the other evolutions are
crazy that
quite steady. But just those two in particular.
I think I've got a Glaceon, and someone keeps on trying to sell me a Dragapult in a 10. And I'm just like, in the US, that thing's tanked harder and harder.
I just think, do you know what's wild? I'm happy that the second most expensive card in Paldea Evolved is now my boy T-Tar. He's my boy.
Is it?
Yeah, boy. He's
oh wow, okay.
Godzilla artwork. He is $80 raw and $740 in a 10.
Man, overtake the Raichu as well.
He's my boy.
That's kind of crazy. I mean, it is iconic artwork.
I love it. I think it's yeah. I have two of them. I'm debating whether or not. Obviously, they're for my illustration binder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I saw that, I feel like a proud father. I'm like,
probably missed the boat on buying one of those.
Oh, but yeah, there's some cards that are, making moves. Another card on people's radar, if you want to know, is making moves, is the Gold Charizard from Obsidian Flames. Now the second most expensive card in the set. Yeah, that one. I mean, that
kind of makes sense. I thought
$250.
It was always like Charizard, and that's
yeah, $250 in a 10, up from $140 a month ago.
Yep.
That one's doing well.
I mean, like, what else have you got in there? Like Clever and Ninetales, right?
Yeah, the Ninetales. I love Nine. I've got one. I've got one at PSA at the moment.
The star going behind it.
Yeah, no, that is a good one. But yeah, I mean, it's always interesting to see what's going on regarding a lot of these. Paradox Rift. Do you want to hear another crazy one? Second most expensive card in the set now. The Morpeko illustration rare.
Why?
Yeah, this one is now $46. Second most expensive.
But it's super cute, but
in a 10, it's $220. Doubled in value in the past month in a 10.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if this has anything to do with like the Marnie's Morpeko promo going up as well.
Quite possibly.
One I'm super surprised about is the Yveltal, because I really like the artwork, but it's not exactly a fan favorite Pokemon, shall we put it?
Yeah, that one's a bit of a...
I've got that one in a 10.
Yeah, I like the artwork.
It was like £100, so...
You like the artwork?
we'll see what happens now. It's like 150.
One thing I regret when I was with you at the London card show is I regret not picking up the SPC EV promo for like £20 a card.
Yeah.
So many people had it for £20, some under 20, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold off. I was like, I think it'd be a really good idea just buying up a whole load of them. And now they're like 40 quid each. I can't see that. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they're like 40 each, and I'm there like, oh.
Yeah, I got a little pile of them, and I got a bunch of 9s as well. And then I think I'm sitting on like 6 or 7 10s. I think they're great plays in like the long term.
They PSA 10s or Ace 10s?
A couple of PSA 10s, and then the rest are all Ace 10s. But they're well centered, and they're all quad 10s. So,
damn. Yeah, I mean the Pokemon Center EV promos jumped up massively. That one you're looking at 120 raw, and then you're looking at $700 in a 10. That
what
was
about a sealed one?
Very well. But promos across the board have been doing. But yeah, I mean there is, of course, you got the shenanigans going on with Black Bolt between the Seismitoad and the Solosis.
Yeah, I mean that's making that set look
way better than White Flare.
For a better value. Yeah, but whether or not, like, I think we're far enough into the Seismitoad nonsense that it's probably going to hold, and that's just it's just the way it is.
Do you want to hear something absolutely wild? If you look at a Solosis graded, okay, a PSA 10 sold for $70 less than a PSA 9. You want pure madness right there. PSA
that's
9, $250. There was only 7 of them, and then PSA 10 was $176.
Huh? Well,
yeah, that's quite fun.
Sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah, literally. But no, I mean, it's kind of annoying because I want to get every single illustration rare from Scarlet and Violet, and stuff like this going on is making it harder for me. It's just like, yeah, let's just pump this stupidly weird random card.
I don't know if I'm just searching for this wrong. I'm just looking at this. You've got me interested about this EV promo now.
Oh, what, the prismatic promo?
The SPC one, yeah. The cheapest listed.
Oh, the SPC one, yeah.
There was a sale, £500
Damn.
on a tab. They were £300 like a few weeks ago. PSA 10s, that is.
Yeah.
We're going to sit on this a little bit longer. On these Ace ones have finally started going up as well. I mean, that's the thing at the moment. It seems kind of like you can buy pretty much whatever you want. It's going to go up eventually. And
yeah, I mean, singles and slabs has always been tricky. But sealed is proven to be more consistent and reliable, whereas singles quite heavily. So we've seen it happen time and time again with prices full, and it's kind of one of these things where like cards don't always go up, unlike sealed, where sealed, the more time it matures, it goes up and up and up.
They do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right now we're in a weird, we're in that time where that's the case. I think for me, the thing that shocks me the most is somewhat modern era booster boxes going for more than vintage stuff. So you look at XY era booster boxes, you look at black and white booster boxes, they're going for more than Wizards of the Coast era stuff. And you're like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? But yeah, everything's wild. One other card is the Charizard from 151, Big Zardy boy. 1.4k dollars in a 10.
I know. Keeps on going up.
Huge.
Picked up a raw one at the weekend.
I'm going to try and get that graded. Not a 10? You don't think
we need that one when we... No. We need that one when we picked it up. It's got roller lines on the back of it, but it's also, we're just going to sell it under market. So if someone's looking for a binder copy, then it's absolutely perfect. It's got super clean front. So I know a lot of people are still doing their 151 binders and they're waiting for the more expensive cards to hopefully come down in price, but I think the ship's probably sold on that one. It already had a correction in price and then corrected the opposite direction and went back up. So
yeah, You might, yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, you'd probably be better off just buying over in the US, to be honest. It would be a lot cheaper, especially when you convert it across, but it would definitely be a lot cheaper. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of these things. Someone actually said to me at the card show last weekend, because my ultimate chase card is the Latias and Latios tag team up from Team Up. And they were like, oh, someone had it on Raw. And they're like, you should buy it. And it was like, I don't know. Okay. Whatever it was. And I looked at it and I was like, I'll just have a look. I'm like, this is not getting a 10. But I was like, such a nice card though.
I got offered one this weekend.
Yeah.
If I'd known you were actually looking for one.
I mean, I've always been wanting one. I mean, I could have bought one like 4 years ago for like a tenth of the price. But it's even if I get it in a 9, it's worth $3,400. You know what I mean?
The one I got offered, I think it might 5 on a good day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
But they wanted to value at £900, and I was like, "There's no way I'm giving you £900, or even like close to like $750 in trade."
How bad was this card?
It was the back of it was completely beat up.
That's not good.
Every card that he pulled cards out of his pocket.
Oh.
To offer me. So, and Latios was one of them, and then a bunch of Umbreons and a Giratina V, and they'd
randomly out of his
very
pocket.
Clearly been not well looked after in their lifetime, which is a bit of a shame. But then also they weren't worth that much money when they were pulled. So
no, that's fair enough. No, it is
but
what
the
it
problem
is.
is damaged modern cards are super hard to move. So I just said to him, like, I'm sorry, but I do not want to take
No, I wouldn't.
a damaged modern card. And they wanted my Rowlet Munch in a 10 as like part of the deal. And I was like, there is no way I'm trading you what is a super cool liquid promo that's only gone up in value since it came out for an expensive damage card, because like it's going to take too long to sell that sort of thing. And then funnily enough, after I turned it down, maybe half an hour later, a vendor came up, we were having a chat, and I was like, oh, you never guessed what I got offered earlier. And they were like, oh, I would have paid you $900 for that.
Yeah, literally.
I need one for my binder. And I was like, oh, for goodness sake, just if you can't win sometimes, like you turn down the deals that look too dodgy for you, and then they turn out to be, they would have just been easy money just to have taken it and then flipped it within 10 minutes. But who knows whether or not he actually would have paid me $900 in cash for it. That's another thing entirely. People can say all they want that, oh, I would have taken that. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I definitely would have wanted that. When push comes to shove, like, do they actually want it?
Well, it's been some interesting stuff we talked about through today. So we'll leave it there for this episode. It's been quite a good meaty one. It's been a while since we've done one. So we've got we've got 2 card shows this weekend. I'm going with you on one of them on Sunday.
Yep.
It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. I need to price up a lot of the stuff that I had at Bristol has gone up. Looking at it, but I've seen people last weekend. I'm like, holy crap, my stuff. Yeah. So I'm there going, right, a lot of this needs... Every weekend. Yeah, I probably won't touch like the low-end binder. I can't be bothered. You know what I mean? Like,
to be honest,
the things that are like under £5, I'm like, whatever.
Go through my binders. Go through my binders. I don't touch my binders.
Yeah, they're well out there.
You might find absolute steals in there. Yeah. So maybe some bits are overpriced. And if they're overpriced, tell me at the show, and then you can pay less for the cards. But if they're underpriced,
just take them.
Just take them out and buy them from me.
Yeah, just buy them.
I don't have a problem with that, because
I know what I'm doing on Sunday.
Realistically, my margin on my binder stuff is going to be a little bit better than the margins on everything else anyway. So
yeah, I'll have a look.
I can eat, you can eat, everyone's happy. Buy my binder cards.
That's my plan. Is before the show starts on that Sunday, you'll be right next to me. I'm just going to quickly go through your binders.
If I have a look through your binders, yeah. As if anything's left. Maybe it's all going to go on Saturday.
Who knows? Well, this episode will probably go out after that anyway.
Oh, okay, yes. I mean, you get first dibs, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see how it goes. But cool. It's been a good episode. We will leave it there. Hopefully we'll be back. We'll try and get this back on track for regular ones, especially with the releases of stuff coming thick and fast. I mean, we literally have Phantasmal Flames coming in November, Mega Evo's dropping out this week, and then on top of that, we also have the high-class Japanese set, which is coming out as well at the end of the year. And there's some other stuff which I want to talk about in a future episode regarding other TCGs that have been going on as well, because there's been interesting stuff happening in other places, which some of it can impact and have impacted Pokemon stuff as well, and I think will impact other things happening. So we'll talk about them in a different one. But yeah, pretty good. Any final words?
Like you ask me the same question at the end of every podcast, and I'm always just
like I don't know what to say.
Think of anything to say.
Apart from don't buy Seismitoad.
No, never. Oh yeah, or that or the Boogermew, as everyone's calling it.
The Boogermew. I did see the same guy trying to pump Dynamo. Have you seen that one?
I did, and it was successful, I believe.
So, right here on this podcast, what card should we pump to send off?
We should pump. Wait, what do I have a lot of?
No. Don't pick a card.
SPC promos.
Don't pick a card you got a lot of, but just pick a really stupid card to pump.
A really stupid card.
At least, like, and like a half decent rarity, not like a random common, but like like an illustration rare or something like that.
Oh yeah, like Sudowoodo from Paldea Evolved. I think we should pump that.
Sudowoodo. There you go.
Yeah, because he's just there. He's chilling as a tree.
Yeah.
Being all inconspicuous like.
You're pumping.
He doesn't even look particularly like a tree.
So what you're telling the people watching this is that you are pumping hardwood.
That's me pumping hardwood.
There we go.
Heard it here first.
Sudowoodo.
Buy the tree.
What did you say it's from? Paldea Evolved.
Paldea Evolved.
Paldea Evolved. Sudowoodo. How much is it right now?
Okay, let me double check.
Yeah. I want to do a test. I want to see if we can do it. We can do it. We're going to see. He could be the mascot of the channel.
So there are currently listed. Oh, there aren't even that many. This could actually be really easy to pump.
Okay, I'm listening.
So the cheapest listed in the USA is the problem because they're £10, whereas the UK cheapest listed there's one on bid at the moment and it's over £10. Cheapest buy it now is like 17. Maybe this was a poor one because it seems like we're already overvaluing the card. Sales in the USA for like £10, £11. The UK, £16. Someone's already doing it to this card. We can't do this card.
Someone's already said we picked the card to pump, and someone's already pumping it.
Okay. Oh,
this sounds like a great bit.
It really does, doesn't it?
Pick a card from a set that isn't really
like just a random set.
A Temporal Force.
I like Scarlet and Violet base has a bunch of good illustration rares in it.
What about the Drampa from Temporal Forces? That's a bit of a weird one.
Oh, I love that card. Yeah.
Should we go for that one?
I've never been so excited. Okay, yeah. Because if I end up buying a few of these, then it wouldn't even bother me if I just ended up owning like 20 of them.
Yeah, Long Neck Boy coming in. Drampa. He's like $11.
It just reminds me of the Never-Ending Story.
There you go. Should we pump that one? Temporal Force.
Okay, yeah, we're going to pump the Drampa at 184.
How much is it?
Okay, this one's cheaper.
Okay, how much?
This one will be easier to pump, right? £5, £6, £10. There are quite a lot of them on eBay, but with everyone's help.
All right, so let's try by the end of this month. Let's get to the end of the month. Anybody watching this, sure. End of the month, I want to see Drampa £20.
To be fair, it's like around £15.
You literally said it's like
America at the moment.
Okay.
No, in America. There are very few listings of this card in America, I think.
Okay. Maybe higher. Maybe we can get it to 30. Pump it to 30 and see if that is possible.
Okay, deal.
We'll see that's possible. I haven't seen a single Drampa in the wild ever. That's going to be really interesting to see. But what we should do is if we see it... Yeah. If we see it at a card show, buy it. If we see it on eBay, buy it. In fact, I don't even have the Drampa in my illustration red binder yet.
So
there you go. So I need to get one anyway.
Before I buy these cheap ones, yeah.
Yeah. I just need to get one anyway. But yeah, there we go. That's our goal, guys. As a community, we want to get Drampa from Temporal Forces, illustration rare, to $30, £30 by November. Special goal. That's our goal as a group.
It's only a month. That's fine. We'll check up next week and see, how the cards not moved at all.
Yeah. And if that's the case, then we might have to pick something a little bit better, a little bit easier, a little bit cheaper. But we'll see. We'll go to Drampa now.
I for next week, assuming nothing happens, and we manage to record next week.
Yep.
I will have a list of 5 illustration rares.
Okay.
I'm going to put them Monday. How about this? Monday morning on your Discord.
Yep.
Which I'm assuming there's going to be a link underneath.
Yep.
I'm going to list a poll.
Yeah.
And then we'll collectively choose one of the 5.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right now we'll do Drampa. We'll see what happens with Drampa. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Drampa. Right, that's our plan.
Hopefully Drampa just takes off. And then that's not an issue. I don't need to do any extra work. But
no, absolutely. We didn't even have this card, so we're just pumping it to the moon just for sake of it. Just because the artwork's cool.
I literally own 0 of this card.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't have any of it. So perfect card. A card that it's got no impact on us at all.
Yeah.
It's a cool artwork, and it's from a set which not a lot of people tend to like. So we're going to go with that, and we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be quite a fun one to do.
I'll tell you what, this weekend, we should just buy all the Drampas we find at Bristol.
Deal.
Okay, deal. That's our job on Sunday. We're just going to buy all the Drampas in the room.
Yeah, and then next episode, we'll have all of our Drampas. All right, we'll leave it there then on a fun one. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Okay, we will see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, drop us a comment, and let us know what you want us to talk about in future episodes as well. We always like some ideas of topics to talk about, which will be really, really good as well. So, all right, cool. We'll leave it there, and we will.
Yep.
The next one, guys. Peace.
Yep. Catch you later.